Hello, everyone. Hello. Hey, welcome back to Roy Khan's PC Gaming. Look, yeah, so, I kind of want to keep talking about, these car games right now. I got some more videos I'm going to be doing here shortly, but, it's still like, it's a lot of information in my mind right now, and I want to get it all out. I'm just talking about PC gaming, right? So I really want to take this time to talk about um, sim games, right? Sim games, race car games, arcade games, yada da 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 da. So I've been playing around with these games, right? I got back on Race Room. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with that, but if you're into racing, racing games, especially if you're on PC, that's why you're on this channel. You've probably already seen Race Room. I'm gonna talk about Race Room a little bit, and a few other games because all this stuff comes together in my mind. That's why I just want to talk about it. So pretty cool Race Room, right? Graphics are old and out of date. Yes, they are. It's kind of, after watching it, you're like, you don't want to see it. But the plus to the game is the driving. Oh man, it feels good. It really does feel good. And another plus, aside from the driving, is is the multiplayer. And so, in regards to the multiplayer, so one of the cool things about that race room is the multiplayer, and so with multiplayer, it's ranked, and you can just do all ranked races. And I mean, it's just amazing how they got this set up. So you're going in as a rookie. If you're a rookie, and you're going to work your way up. So this is a cool feature. And the races, you can pick the races you want to get in because there's a server list of them that are preset. And let me add this: it's not always that great to the understanding from my point of view. It's like the races, like when you get on that server, it's just that track. Okay, that's just wow. Like still number one, holding number one right now for me is Forza Motorsport 7. Well, just Forza Motorsport in general. It's still holding it for me. And I'll say this: you get on Motorsport 7, you jump into multiplayer, you go to League Racing. League Racing is their ranked racing, right? So you get in there, and usually they got two events open, right? It goes back by hours, and 1 hour, 2 hours, and it flops to another set of races. All right, set of races. Hear me out. So when you get to League Racing on Forza Motorsport, you'll get in there and it'll be okay. This is the particular type of car that's going to be used in this particular series of events, and these are going to rotate for the next 2 hours. So you're going to have this track, 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 and it's going to go like that for 2 hours. And then they got two sets of those that are well, it's a set of those that are running. So you got two to jump in and out of, right? Two particular sets of racing events. So Forza Motorsport is still holding number one in multiplayer for me in the racing space, right? But let's get back to talking about Race Room. So Race Room has their ranked racing, and again, it's you'll go into their list of ranked servers, and you'll go into your spec if you're a rookie, if you fit this, if you fit that, say blah, and then from that you'll notice that you might see two or three servers. Two of them may be highly populated. One of them's probably half the amount of racers, and then the rest of them like two or three here. Out of 24 racers, two or three. So the game does not have a lot of people playing it. So then that actually makes the servers kind of suck, right? So and then what you'll notice is the servers will fill up on a particular track. So again, maybe something that Race Room could look into doing is look at Forza and take their way of doing it, where after every racing event, you have the track swap out to another racing event. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll go into and I get on Race Room, I play it. I'll go into a server, and it'll be probably the Spa or something, right? And I'll go in there and I'll run that race, and then when the race is over, it's going to be that race again. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do practice, you're going to do qualifying, then you're going to do the race, right? So it's like, yeah, that's the same thing with Automobilista, and it sucks. It really does. So, in my opinion, when I look at these games, and this is how I rank them in my head, I'm always coming down to multiplayer, right? Not only multiplayer, because that's like the number one for me, but like for instance, again, my number one, Forza, uh, you know, they allow so many different cars to go in these races. And the thing again about league racing with Forza and even their hoppers, particular hoppers, you'll have an event where the car is pre-selected. It's a pre-selected car. The car has preset handling, pre-selected, okay? And then you just got to race that car, right? And so if and not only that, you might have a few cars that you can choose from for that type of race, but you don't get to do anything with the settings, right? You just got to race that car. So Forza is really good at giving you multiple things to do. You know what I'm saying? You could play tracks where you build your own car, or play race where you build your own car, and that's pretty cool because you can test out your designs and see how good your things are, so on and so forth. But when it comes to that league and ranked racing, it's actually great because you'll get into it, and sometimes it'll have cars you don't want to race. I get it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same token, it's refreshing all the time. It's giving you something new to do, which will actually keeps me into the game. Now, what I would say is going forward in Forza Motorsport, the new one coming out this year, whether it be Motorsport or Motorsport 8, whatever they're going to call it, I would like to see in their league racing 4 hopper events set and running. You know what I'm saying? And then have those swapping out the way they do, every 2 hours. Every 2 hours is fine with me. You know what I'm saying? And because the game is buttery smooth to me, man. I love the way it looks. I love the way it plays and feels. Yes, we do need a newer version. That's why we're waiting on a new one. So it's up to date with the new graphics and so on and so forth. But I mean, I keep going back to my favorite game. It's like, what are you guys doing? Like, I play Race Room, but it's like, you really got to update your graphics system. I play Automobilista 2. Oh man, it looks awesome. Plays awesome. I love the way that game feels when I'm driving in it. But I've got to create racing events or get on servers where racing events are created, and then I'm stuck in that race event, and it's like, that's blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to play the same track 50 freaking times to Sunday? That's just crazy to me. But some people do that. And so I get that. But at the same token, could you open like events where the actual development team has servers where these events are running? Please just think about it. It's like, have these events constantly swapping out. I play Assetto Corsa Competizione. Oh man, that game, great. I love the game. But it's like the same philosophy. Like, wow, I play that race and it's like, well, it's gonna play that race again. Like, really? Like, create these league racing events where these events are constantly swapping out to different tracks and even different cars. Like for instance, and this is for ACC, Automobilista 2, Race Room. Just take some notes from Forza, right? Because Forza, when this new one comes out, people are waiting now. I'm waiting. The money's spent already. I'm telling you right now, the money's spent. I don't care. It's gone. The money's gone. It's spent. Don't even talk to me about that money. I already spent it. It's gone. That's just what's going down. I'm going to get the game. But I'm telling you, it's like, yo, why can't y'all seriously create these events, right? Give me 4 or 5 rooms to these events, servers that I can hop on, and these events are spinning out. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you're going to find more enthused racers coming to the game just for the refreshing change of things, right? It's like, oh, it's always events changing. And then you have to have great rewards. You know what I'm saying? Forza again for the win, right? So what does Forza do, right? You can win cars, and you're winning cars with skins on them basically, and some preset things already set to them. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, all y'all could do this. Look, as many cars that are in Race Room alone, and the cars are just skin, livery, right? You could literally have custom designed cars, right? That the development team works on. Have a whole group create custom designed cars that you're going to put in your game. All right, you can have liveries, tons of liveries. You could have I don't know. Well, we don't really need to see the actual person. Well, you could have, I don't know, was it liveries, specially tuned cars. Oh, you could have specially designed rims or something. You know what I'm saying? And all these would go into a pool of awards that rewards that people are winning from just playing the game, right? And then so somebody can go. Automobilista 2, all of these games could technically do that. Race Room, all of y'all could do this, right? You have to just think outside the box and just make it work. You could literally say, okay, all right, so you like running this Lamborghini over here in ACC, right? But these are, it's like 6, 7 liveries, right? So it's only 6, 7 liveries, right? So okay, all right. So now we're going to have custom design liveries, right? That you can win from playing the races, get into the hopper and play the events. And when you're playing the events and hoppers, you're winning money, right? That's great. And then you're winning liveries. You probably win custom design rims. You know what I'm saying? And then you can actually give us a character. Do like Horizon. Give us a character and then let us win outfits and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that when we take screenshots with our cars, you know what I'm saying? Because like look at Forza, okay, Motorsport. You're standing in there with your car, going through your cars and whatnot, and then boom, you can take pictures with your car. You see what I'm saying? And you could even get crazy with it. You can do car shoots in the game, right? And then you can have models, like create models in the game that will take pictures with your car for you, right? So you can take pictures with these models so that you can win certain models that'll come to your car shoot. So then that way you could take these pictures, right? And you can make them for thumbnails for your videos. You can make thumbnails for your desktop, wallpapers for your desktop. You know what I'm saying? All different things can be done because people like small stuff. We don't really need all the major stuff. We just like small stuff that keeps us wrapped into a game. So look, I mean, for me personally looking at this, I'm waiting on Forza Motorsport. I love these other games, but it's like blah. What are you guys doing with these games? You know what I'm saying? What are you guys really doing? Race Room, yeah, okay. I'm not even gonna talk about iRacing. iRacing, one, you got to do it through a browser window. 2, you got to pay for everything. 3, you got to pay a subscription fee. I get that. Subscription fee? No, I don't really get that. I just said that. I don't really get that. You know what I'm saying? You're paying. You're just paying out the wazoo. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, it's like, I think that these development teams, they're working so hard to make the games feel great and play great, but they're missing some of the key features that race car games really need. And they need that multiplayer because when you get into a racing game, you want to see what it's like to play people from across the world. Okay, you want to play somebody in California and you're out in Jersey. You want to play somebody from some country in Africa or some country in Asia, you know what I'm saying, and see how good did they drive versus you. And you want the competitiveness. It's a racing game. It's a sport, you know what I'm saying? So that is important, but you would really want to have it in a rotating hopper so that it's always something new, and then have constant rewards, you know what I'm saying, just to keep people in there. And like I said, liveries, custom wheel designs, custom designed cars, so on and so forth. And even the custom designed cars can be sold for money, and then you can make them sold for money inside the game. So if people really want that custom car, they can sell it for money. And so I talk about cryptocurrencies, right? You know what I'm saying? I talk about cryptocurrencies, right? You could even add a crypto layer to the game where you can actually bring in a cryptocurrency to actually buy those cars for your version of the game. You could buy it and bring it into the game, and then it's yours in case you want a car and you don't care, you don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Then you can bring real life money into it, and then so now not only are people enjoying the game, but they have the potential to make real life money. So I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. I'm not gonna get into all that because I know when you talk NFTs, people be like scared, like, oh my god, you're talking about artwork, and I'm like, oh my god, you're stupid. So we're not gonna have that conversation. We'll leave that alone. I'll just say this: I'm waiting for the new Motorsport to drop. I'm playing a lot of different race car games. I'm trying my best to enjoy them, but I always seem to just go back to Motorsport 7 right now. It's like my go-to. And I'm going to probably just keep going back to it till this new Motorsport drops. And not that I don't like the other games, because I do. ACC is a hardcore game. I like it. I love that Automobilista too, and I like that Race Room. But they got a ways to go to make it actually fun, because they're not fun. The games aren't fun. That's why nobody sticks to the games. It's cool for the second, but it's not fun. That's why most people just go back to Forza's games, or they go play something like Gran Turismo, right? Yeah, it is what it is. So that's all I wanted, share this go round. My thoughts, how I feel about these things. I'd love for you all to get in that comment section below and just start sharing your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Tell me about the race car games that you're playing right now. Tell me what hypes you up about certain ones, because maybe I'm not playing the games right. Maybe there's something that I'm missing, and you people could get me more hyped up in some of these other racing games and show me what I'm missing out on. I don't know, but share it. Throw them ideas, throw them thoughts down there in the comment section below. I enjoy putting out stuff like this. I enjoy playing these race car games. I love PC gaming, and just share your thoughts. I'll catch you all in the next one.